everybody, it's Kate. Welcome back to my channel. It is Wednesday morning. It's February vacation for the kiddos, my kiddo, but I am still working this week, so I am taking some time this morning to drop in and make a video for you. Today I'm going to be talking about 20 things that I no longer spend money on or I've drastically reduced to save money. Let's get started. The first thing that I no longer spend money on monthly is a car payment. Why? Because I paid for my car in cash. Now, originally I leased my car back in 2015, and then in 2016 I stumbled upon Dave Ramsey and realized that that was kind of a mistake and I did not want to have that debt hanging over my head. So that was 2015 that I leased it. 2016 I realized how foolish what I had done was, and then I saved and saved and saved and saved and was able to pay off my entire car, which was a check of $20,000 to the Toyota dealership to pay it off fully so I would have no more debt. If you want to know how I did that, please let me know in the comments and I would love to make a video for you just on that. Number 2 is paper towels. You know, sometimes it just takes me a little longer to figure some things out. I remember one time going to Target and getting like 2 big things of toilet paper, 2 big things of paper towels, a big box of tissues that was like 5 stacker of tissues, and I realized it was a pretty large amount of money I was about to spend on all these paper products that I was just going to be literally throwing away. And it just hit me right here, like, wait a minute. This is a lot to spend on something I'm literally either flushing down the toilet or throwing in the trash. So I've currently started using all like kitchen towels in my house. Like, I used to wash my hands and then take a paper towel, dry it, and throw it in the trash. Like, totally mindlessly, such a waste, not good for the environment, like just mindless, not really thinking about it. And so now I use microfiber towels to like clean my countertops and my tables, etc. And I just use I still buy paper towels, but the amount that I use has been drastically reduced, and I feel really good about that. I don't just reach for it every time I wash my hands or dry or get something on. I use towels now, and then I just wash them really well, and I save a lot by doing that. I've got a visitor for the next one. The next thing we've cut out is cable. And I know you've heard this one a million times, but we don't miss it at all. We have a Netflix account that we have hijacked from my brother, and we have a what is it called? A Fire Stick, actually, on our TV.
Hey, Mom.
It's my cat. Hannah. So we don't watch regular cable. We don't pay for regular cable. We do pay for internet only. And this is one of the most annoying things in my life. I'm sorry if you like Spectrum, and I don't usually trash talk other companies, but I feel like Spectrum is the worst. I've had the worst experiences with customer service, and they don't really budge. We pay $66 a month for internet only, and it drives me insane for some reason. I think it should be much less. We have no cable, we have no phone plan or anything, so but we don't pay for cable anymore. But still, $66 a month for internet. Quick break. This is my son, Kaden. He wants to tell you something. Would you want to tell him? When your birthday comes, how old are you going to be?
6.
Tell them.
Okay.
How old will you be?
6.
Ow, my baby's going to be 6. In July. He's already thinking about it.
July 24th.
Mwah. Yep. Sorry for all the sniffling too. I have a cold, as you can tell. But it doesn't stop me. Okay, so next is meat. For my groceries, I am not a vegetarian. I am not opposed to meat, but when I'm trying to save money, And just in general, I spend a lot less money on meat. I feel like we buy dinosaur chicken nuggets for occasionally. And I get rotisserie chicken and turkey, even though, I don't know if you guys, even those that eat meat, do you ever just go through these phases where meat is disgusting and taking it off of carcass just makes you want to throw up? That's kind of how I feel about meat, but I do eat it still for the protein, and in many ways it tastes delicious, but, and I know there's many other ways to get protein, but anyway, I get a lot less meat, I'd say, than the average person. I think a lot of people buy steaks and beef and lots of other stuff. We basically only buy chicken and not too much of it. That's just what we do. So it saves a lot of money because meat can cost quite a bit, you guys. Next, besides those chicken nuggets that I mentioned, freezer meals. I used to buy a lot of freezer meals. And now I don't. They end up costing quite a bit, and they're packed with sodium. Have you looked at the sodium on those freezer meals? It's really not that great for you. I mean, I don't know what you're eating in comparison, but freezer meals I almost never buy anymore. The next thing I have drastically reduced, well, one I have completely taken out and the other one drastically reduced, magazines and books. Now, don't get me wrong. Girlfriend loves to read. If you know me, you know I love to read. But magazines, I used to buy so many magazines, and I know magazines are probably like slowly fading out, but back in college, oh my gosh, In Style and all that stuff, I used to buy magazines all the time. And that would really add up. They're like $3 or $4, and I would get like a stack. No longer get magazines for any reason. And books, I love books. I love reading. I love the physical book even more than a digital version. But now I do audiobooks sometimes. I borrow books from my mom all the time. My mom and my brother are avid readers. So I borrow from my mom, and then I also utilize the library. So that way it's not stacking up books in my house that I'm not going to read over. I'm not a person that reads a book over and over again. Some people love to do that. I used to do that with movies all the time, but books, I don't, unless it's like a one that I'm trying to get tips out of that re-spark that kind of, inspiration in me, I'm not going to just keep reading it over and over again. So putting it on a shelf just to show I have a book isn't something I'm a fan of. I would rather get rid of it or give it to someone else that could use it and not have a big stack of books just for show. Clothing is the next one. Clothing, I do not spend a lot of money on. I just recently went through my closet, and I think we'd gotten rid of like 9 bags that gave to Goodwill. I really don't like spending a ton of money. I rather have quality over quantity. I used to have a ton of clothes that I just never wore. I don't really enjoy wearing, didn't fit right, didn't look right. I'd say every season, I'd say like come into, I'm sorry, sniffling, into the spring, I love to get a couple things. I live in a state where it's really cold, and it's like a celebration to get a couple of light clothing for spring and summer. So probably in the spring, I usually do get maybe a couple outfits, maybe a new pair of shorts. This year I need a new bathing suit. So I will get a couple things, but I do not excessively spend money on clothes. The next one is movie tickets. Going to the movies is like a special occasion for me. I rarely will go to the movies unless someone has gotten me movie passes, movie gift card, something like that. Like I almost never go to the movies just like, oh, I'm going to go spend, with my son like $40 or $50 to go see a movie for the movie and the food and all that stuff. So we get gift cards, luckily, usually every Christmas or so. So we'll make an event of it and we'll go, but I'm not just one to just like pop over to the movies on a whim. I usually go if I can go for free. The next one is vacations. Who doesn't want to go on a vacation? I do want to go on vacations, don't get me wrong. And I feel like in the future I will go on more vacations. I don't have a lot of vacation time in my job, so I have to be very strategic in balancing my time off with my son's time off. And He's school age now, so he's in kindergarten, so I have to be very strategic in picking that. In the future, I want to maybe work on my my budget in increasing my vacation amount that I will spend, but right now where it's just not a priority for us. We have so much fun at home, and people say, I don't want staycations. I love staycations. We love staying home. We love playing games, doing puzzles, hanging out, just spending time together. I don't always need to go on a vacation, but would I like to go? We have family in Florida that we go visit. We went last year, went to Disney, went to had a great time, but that's very rare that we do that. But I think we'll do it more in the future. But I do not just spend mindlessly on going on vacation. Maybe more later on, but that will be an intentional savings that we work toward to have a great vacation. But I don't just blow money on vacations on a whim. The next one is Netflix. We just use my brother's account. And what is it, like $10 a month? But it's so nice of him to let us use that. So I watch it on my phone, and I watch it in our living room, and I just don't pay for it. The next thing is bottled water. Now, this is controversial. I feel like in my family drinks bottled water, and they love Poland Spring. That's their favorite. And I love Poland Spring also, but I don't buy it anymore. I use tap water at home. I use our tap water. Now, if you live in Maine, most of your water is going to be okay. If I were in Florida, I used to live in Florida, that is the worst water to drink right from the faucet. I used to hate it. But Maine water is actually, I think, great. And so I do not buy bottled water. And let me just tweak that. If I were out somewhere, I wouldn't never buy bottled water, but I don't buy like a 24-pack and keep it in my fridge. That's more what I'm saying. The next one is beverages beyond milk and wine. In my house, you're not going to come over and see a fridge full of, I don't even know, orange juice and Snapple and apple juice and, lots of drinks. I don't really buy a lot of drinks. We drink our water from the fountain, from the faucet, like I said. It's really still early in the morning. We drink our water from the faucet. I don't buy bottled water. I buy milk every week, and now Kaden really loves chocolate milk too. I mean, who am I kidding? I love chocolate milk too. I get wine for when my parents or when my friends come over, but I don't have a lot of extra beverages. Some people feel like you need to have like a big variety of Diet Coke and Mountain Dew and all the whatever you drink. I basically drink water or milk or wine. The next one is getting my nails done. I used to get my nails done when I was younger all the time and spend a lot of time and money in the nail salon getting my nails done. I no longer find that necessary at all. I actually remember when I first had Kaden, when you first have a baby, like, you don't want nails like that. Just trying to get stuff out of your kid's mouth and whatever. I was like, oh, I can't have fake nails. So and as you can tell, I have like no nails and they're like paper thin. So I literally just clip my nails. Like, that is the maintenance that I do of my nails. I do not spend time in the salon getting my nails done. I'll paint them at home sometimes, but I don't spend time at the salon doing nails. Whew. The next one is coffee at Dunkin' Donuts or Starbucks. Do I love it? Yes, I do. Starbucks in particular, I like a vanilla chai latte on ice. Oh, so good. But look, I have coffee at home, and honestly, I'm fine with it. I drink coffee every day at home. I don't spend money on coffee. In Dunkin', medium iced, anything at Dunkin', I love that. I would spend it all the time, but I do not go there unless an absolute emergency, caffeine emergency, but more if I have gift cards. Again, when people give me gift cards, I have no guilt in going in there and just, ordering some coffee, but I do not spend it of my own money. I do not. The next one is going out to eat. I have a budget of about $50 a month that I spend on going out to eat. And that's about roughly a month. Again, if I have gift cards, I will use those. But if I don't, me and Kaden don't go out to eat often. We'll treat ourselves to something once in a while, but most of the time we buy groceries and we eat at home. But you know, we do like to go out once in a while, but $50 is about all I spend on going out to eat every month. The next one, if you've been counting, we're on number 16. I have not been saying the numbers at all, but these are handbags and purses. Oh, I used to buy purses and handbags all the time. I wanted a new purse all the time. And I loved switching out all the stuff and putting it in my new purse and the whole nine. Now, no. I don't need to keep switching bags. I have this one backpack bag, which, by the way, if you don't have a backpack purse, oh, I love it so much. I got it from the from Bass, and it's so convenient. It's wicked cute. I should have brought it. It's in the kitchen. I'm not going to go get it right now. But it's so cute. It's so convenient. And I don't feel the need to keep spending money on purses and handbags. I would never spend hundreds of dollars on a handbag. No way. Like, I rather have the money in the purse, not spending hundreds of dollars on the outside of the purse. No. Number 17 is watches and jewelry. I used to buy watches all the time. I was obsessed with watches. I got watches all the time. Now, because of my iPhone, I always know what time it is. I don't need watches. I have no watches. I always have a hair tie, but I don't have watches. Jewelry, my friend Carrie gave me this with my son's name on it. I have these earrings. Wait. They're right here. That I wear like literally every day. These are like these drop earrings. I wear these like every day. I do not wear a lot of jewelry anymore. I'm not opposed to jewelry, but again, I'm not going to buy it. I'm not going to buy it. If people buy me a sweet piece of jewelry that they think is meaningful to me, then I love it, but I will not be buying jewelry or watches, spending my money on it, because I have plenty. I really Number do. 18 is expensive gym memberships. I have had some mildly expensive gym memberships. And I'm not going to say, oh, you shouldn't have a gym membership, especially if you use it. You should use your gym membership if you have one. But the one I go to now is $10 a month, and I get to go do what I need to do. And I'm not going to spend, $50 a month on a place that I can do the same stuff with 10. Number 19. This I used to be so bad at, and I'm saying excessive produce. I used to think like the more vegetables and fruit I buy, the more I would eat it. But guess what? They just go bad because I usually ingest about the same amount every week, and the more I buy doesn't mean I'm necessarily going to eat more. I hate wasting food on produce, and I've done it so many times. More bananas than I need, more cucumbers than I need, and I hate wasting it. I hate throwing away vegetables and fruit because they're so precious, they're nutritious, but don't think like, oh, I'm going to be all healthy and buy all this stuff if you're really not going to eat it. Buy the appropriate amount of produce that you're actually going to use, and don't waste money thinking you're going to look healthy if you're buying all this stuff when you're not going to eat it and you're going to waste your money. And the last one, number 20, is desserts and sweets. And I'm saying this at the store, okay? Don't think I'm not going to eat dessert or sweets. I do, but I used to buy like double stuffed Oreos or a big bag of candy or like that. I don't do that anymore. I don't bring cookies home. I don't bring brownies home. I don't bring fudge home because good Lord knows it would go away really quick. I don't buy sweets. There are sweets and desserts everywhere. My grandmother, every time we go there, there's candy. Every time we go to my parents, there's candy. There's everywhere you go, even at work, people bring in desserts all the time. I don't need to spend my money on desserts and candy on the regular. I mean, there'll be times you do that, but again, drastically reducing the amount of sweets and desserts that I buy. They're everywhere. You don't need to buy it. I really hope that these 20 things have given you something to consider. Again, just things I've stopped paying for or have drastically reduced. If you have some good ones, please leave a comment down below. Let me know what you have stopped buying. I love talking about this kind of stuff. You guys know I love talking about saving money. I love talking about budgeting. Oh. Hey. Cat fight. If you have not subscribed to my channel, please do so at this time. If you like this topic, give it a thumbs up. I hope to see you next time. Have a great day.